want to talk for just a minute about making excuses. You can either be powerful or you can be pitiful, but you can't be both at the same time. I think that's from Joyce Meyer. Whether you're into her or not, you gotta admit that's pretty smart. If you're busy complaining, you are not opening yourself up to solutions to your situation. You may have all kinds of problems. You may be broke. You may be divorced. You may be going through a divorce. You may be sick. You may have cancer, financial problems. You may have lost your job. You may want to lose your job. You may have lost your business. You may want to get free of your business. I don't care what your problem is. If you're busy complaining about the problem, you are not working on the solution. Hear me on this. Complaining is not a solution. So if complaining is not a solution, what is? Constructive ideas about how to change the things about your circumstances you don't like. Constructive ideas about how to make the disadvantage that you're facing into an advantage. Creative thinking about how the obstacle can actually be the vehicle to get you to the ultimate outcome you want. A realization that whatever problems you face, they will come to an end one day. We're all manufactured with a limited lifespan. We expire. So whatever problem we're facing, we will not face it forever. It will go away. So if you're still here, if you're still on the planet, if you're still dealing with the problem, good, because the only people who don't have problems are dead people. And while I believe that when I die, I'm going to go to a place that is much more amazing than this, I don't think my time here is done. And God wired me to love this world that He made. And so I want to be part of it and accomplish my mission here and be here as long as I possibly can. So my advice to you is, if you're part of the problem, if you're constantly talking about the problem, if you're constantly complaining, stop that. Start talking about solutions. Start talking about creative ideas. Start talking about ways to turn the problem into an advantage. Turn your pain into a purpose. Turn your problems into power. And if you think you're not part of the problem, if you think you're not complaining, I'm going to challenge you as well. Start recording your conversations. Start recording your phone conversations, not so you can play them back, not so you can pretend you work in the White House, but record your conversations, your side of the conversation, so you can hear what you sound like. Record your everyday conversations that you have with people in your office or in your work or at the airport. Again, not to record the conversation between you and the person, but to hear what you sound like. And I think you might be surprised to find out how often you are in fact complaining. And we're good at complaining, aren't we? We're good at bitching and moaning and doing it in a way that sounds like we're being constructive. I mean, somebody can ask me, Ray, what kind of day are you having? And I can say, I'm having a challenging day with lots of opportunities for personal growth. And I can say it in just that way and let them know my day sucks and I'm trying to put a positive spin on it. It's much harder to face that challenging day and transmute your thinking into a positive, hopeful expectation of a good future. It's much more difficult to take the situation you find yourself in, whether it's a relationship problem, a money problem, a health problem, the loss of a loved one, whatever terrible thing may have happened to you. And I'm not belittling those things. They are terrible. They do happen. We all have them happen. If you haven't had it happen yet, I got some bad news for you, sunshine. Pink isn't well. He stayed back at the hotel. There's a new plan coming and you're going to face challenges. I'm not being negative. I'm just giving you the good news that you will have problems in this world, but it is possible to overcome those problems and turn them into advantages. And then you can actually say things like, yep, I have a progressive neurological degenerative disease, but it's taught me so many things about having empathy, about how much more I am capable of than I ever thought, about how I can stretch the possibilities, the potentiality of the human body and the human mind and achieve more than I ever would have if I had never been faced with this challenge. It's given me an opportunity to minister to speak to motivate people that I never would have had. It's given me an urgency to do the important things, the things that I was made to do them now, not someday, because someday is code for never. And you've got a mission on this planet, and I'll tell you the wrong time to do it. Never. As my friend Michael Hyatt says, when would now be a good time to get on with what you're supposed to be doing with your life? So if you find yourself complaining or internally complaining, which means you don't do it out loud, other people can't hear it. Internally complaining, we have other code words for that. We call it anxiety and depression. If you're doing it internally, stop that too. Don't let it out, just let it go. And get on with the business you were put here to do. Because nobody gets out of here alive. So let's enjoy the ride. Let's do something magnificent with every day we have. Let's do something remarkable. I know this is what you were called for. I know this is what you were born to do, because we all were. So I'm saying to you, go do it. I don't know what you think about this kind of thing. This is a little different from what I normally do, but I just felt inspired that I wanted to give this message to you. So you tell me, thumbs up, thumbs down, more of this, less of this. Ray, get back to the usual stuff you talk about. I may or may not listen to you. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you even are intrigued. Even if I annoy you and you just want to watch me so you can yell at me, I'll take that too. And I'll see you again real soon.